That's 110. Okay, I think we've got that amount of hold over. We've got light there, Sambo.
Okay, 5:35. We do. See what we get, eh?
We will. We're about to.
Do not say. Nice and straight, 12 o'clock, 2 targets tall. Coming down to the right, 1 target to the right. It was like 2 o'clock on target, so pretty good height. To the right. Oh, just off. 12 o'clock, looked like dust directly behind. Directly behind, looked like dust at 1:30. Yeah. 12 o'clock, dust. Again, looked like dust directly behind. Okay. No, 10:30 dust, just off edge of plate. .130 dust, 1/8 of target tall. Dust, 12 o'clock, just behind the plate. Dust, bottom left, 4:30, edge of plate.
I got it.
Just off top left corner, 10:30, just off edge of plate. .12 o'clock, dust directly behind. Just off edge of plate, 1:30, dust directly behind. By 3 o'clock I saw dust, but like really behind the plate. A whisper of dust directly behind the plate.
Goodness gracious me.
Don't know how it's doing that. can't see. Dust directly behind target. Ready. Did not see.
Okay, well that was us trying the 223 out at extreme for a 223, so that's 1850 yards. I'll just zoom back in so you get a perspective. That's us here. Free this thing. Okay, so here we are over at the 223. It's a little Sako 85, and I'll just go in and show you what I was using for holdover. This is always a pretty hard thing to do. There we go. There should be an image. Can't quite see in the camera, but it all looks clear. So that's basically what I was shooting, just over the trees, and that's the holdover we're using. And I suppose I also should verify our range. I'll go into this iPhone, out of the ballistics calculator, into here. How many? That's that way around, so that's what it was, 1858. We'll go over and see that it's 0 at the actual unit, but that's essentially what it was, 1856 yards, or yeah, it's just under 1700 metres. But anyway, we'll go back over there and show you, and there's some other things we're going to go through with the target as well. See you there. Okay, we're coming up on our 1800 yard target for the 223, and here's a couple of hits. They're still proper hits. They've splattered the lead, or splattered the full metal jacket bullets. We spent a lot of time trying to make this hit work. It's a little bit too far for the system, but we really wanted to show a couple of things about how to make this work. So, another thing I want to go through today, or just before that, we'll bring up this app and verify where 0 is. Just see how. Okay, oh, there it is. So there we go. That's about close. We zeroed it when we set it up, and then it had the 1850 up here, and now it's 5 yards. That's about as accurate as these things stay. So it's like just under 1850 yards. Anyway, that's the verification of that. What I wanted to go through, I'll pass that on to Sam. We've been asked a few times about our target system and what we're using for the extreme long range. We use this is the 1/8 inch steel plate, so we can get more marks out of it rather than you'll find the harder plate, the Bislloys and the AR500 and things like that, really good for dealing with impact at lower range, and we use it for the lower range stuff when the bullets are still supersonic. But at the longer range, you can find it's really hard to see your hits. Anyway, that's that part of it. You also notice that rather than big heavy chains that the bullets won't break, we use light skinny chains. So essentially the things are easy to disconnect, and as you can see, being 3mm steel, they're not that heavy to carry. The other parts of our target system, it's all very cheap and simple and easy to make. We've just used stainless steel rod, which until when you're back out at this sort of range, you'll see that here's places where it's actually been hit. It's actually not punching through, it's actually just will bend. It uses enough deformation, and then you can take it out and straighten them up and things like that, and eventually you'll replace them, but it's quite simple to use like that. This is just a bit of rod with a bolt welded on the end of it. and then there's some nuts welded on this top one to be able to have our little flag. Our flag, just a simple bit of like a chucks bag. It's really light, it really flops around easily, but it's nice and easy to see. And we've built flags and things, but we find this is nice and easy and we get a good reading. Once you understand what your wind measurements are with it, we find that nice and easy to use. And then our target system, as I said, there's just nuts welded on here. Each one of the legs has a little bolt welded on the end of it, so it's very simple to pull apart. So this is all just done in the workshop. You know, you could do it yourself with a welder or get the local mechanic to weld this sort of stuff up. There's nothing high tech about it. You will wreck the odd leg, so occasionally you need to cut another piece off, but it's all pretty cheap, pretty simple to put together. It's nice, it moves around a fair bit when you hit it, so you can actually see your hit. And as you can see, with one handful, and we also go to the extra level of putting on some Velcro wraps to keep it nice and easy to carry. So then our target, I forgot to put that in there, so that happens when you're talking. But our target system, we can walk for 500 yards. You know, this is easy to carry, it makes it nice and easy to put together, and as a rule, this has pushed the boundaries with this light plate, being only 223, but you find with any of our larger calibers, you know, we can go right out into the, as you've seen, 2 miles, and you're getting a nice easy to see dent from a long way away. Being a lighter steel, it'll bend, and that tends to pop the paint off. So rather than just seeing your impact point, which is all we've got here with the 223, you'll end up with, you know, up to a sort of a 2.5 inch round thump where it's actually popped the paint off. So it makes it nice and easy to see. And for those being super frugal, these aren't very expensive to get a hunk of plate. Doesn't need to be laser cut into a pretty shape. You can just cut it square and drill some holes. You can also just hammer this stuff out, lay it on the concrete and bash it with a hammer and get it flat again and paint it again, and it's ready to go again. Anyway, I thought I'd just show. We've been asked a few times about our target systems. We have some other ones, but this is probably, you know, we have 3 of these setups. This is the one that we use most commonly and works really well for us. Anyway, thanks for checking us out. We'll see you next time.